Okay, League and more for another week, and thank you so much to all our viewers out there. I hope you can continue with us through this journey. They told us we would never make it. Gavin Payne joins me. Good win, 12-all half-time against the PNG Hunters, and they came away with it in the end.
Yeah, a bit of not a scrappy first half, but it was a bit of I don't think they executed quite as well as they would have liked to, but yeah, absolutely a great win.
Puts the Tigers in the top 8, along with about 4,000 other clubs there, but you need to win those games, and it's good to win away.
Yeah, it is. An away win is always a bonus, mate. It's the home games you expected to win. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it the week before against Wynnum. They just couldn't get there, but a good win against the New Guinea Hunters.
The other rounds, Wynnum, obviously you talk about 50-0 over the Capras. Tweed, they are on second on the ladder with a win against the Jets. Pride, too good for the South, 26 points. Redcliffe, 26-24 on the buzzer to take those 2 points. Sunshine Coast Falcons, 58 over Mackay 10 and Burleigh 36-0 over North, which is an interesting win because North were undefeated up until that game. And Burleigh, they're like a box of chocolates. You just don't know what you're going to get.
They were they've been a bit mixed, haven't they? So, but good win by Burleigh over North, and North, maybe a bit of the Broncos coming in there as well. So
it isn't all smooth sailing, is it, Gap Payne, when you've got these players coming back? Yeah, sure, they've got talent, but they've got to fit into what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's difficult. They've got to fit into the scheme. They only get one training session a week, so the continuity, if you can get it there from the players coming back, it always helps. But that's not always the case.
Nothing more traditional than seeing Tigers up against the Dolphins. They've had clashes over the years. This will be nothing different. They're equal on points. Yep. One of you will leapfrog or distance themselves from the other one, so it's a very big weekend for the Tigers.
Yeah, it is indeed. It's here as well, so it'll be advantage to the Tigers. I'm not sure about injuries wise. I think they picked up a couple of injuries to the Tigers from last week, so we'll see. All
right, well, this week's show we've got some Galaxy Stars. We've talked to our coaches as always, John Buchanan and Mark Lynn. We've also got Daniel Russell, the PNG International. We've also got Lucy Cuppari coming for the BHP side, and also Ronald Philitoga, who is the fly for the Colts after their big win. That and more in League and More coming up shortly. Okay, the BHP Premiership rolls along, and the Tigers had a win last week against the Central Queensland Capras, 20 points to 60. Lucy Cuppari joins me. Lucy, you only got there in the end. What a game of rugby league.
I know, it was nuts. It got very frustrating in the second half, but we got up 20 to 16, so pretty happy with it.
Dewey, that's her nickname, scored a try. Must be lucky, so you might score a try next week. But
I did.
Yeah, you did. No, next week, I mean.
Oh, right, yeah.
So anybody who comes on the show probably scores a try the following week, but that's we'll see how we go.
So you're like a good luck charm.
We are a good luck charm here, actually, and nobody's actually... Nellie was on here and she got injured straight away, so that won't be a little bit something for us to worry. Let's get back to the game of rugby league. It was a great game. Central Queensland Capras, they're no slouches. You've had some momentum going into that game, and it was a good win. You grounded it out. You didn't give up, even though the Capras kept coming back at you.
I know. They've got really strong forwards and they've got a lot of talent in their team, but we just managed to get over the top of them. But I think the girls have been really gelling the last couple of weeks. Like, we've had a couple of losses and then we finally got a win, and then we just took that momentum and kept going with it.
So Reggie scores a good try, and obviously Julie and yourself. Vivas goes over and scores one in the corner 5 minutes ago. But let's just go back to it. It was all locked up with 62 minutes to go when they... What was the talk behind the post from Taylor, your boss, and the company underneath the post there to get back into that game?
Just to really focus, because I think we kind of like switched off. When you get ahead, you're like, okay, we've got this, but we just needed to reset and be like, we can lose this, but we just need to get back on top. So it's just positive. So
did you learn that from the game against West to a degree? What you took out of that game to come in against the Capras?
I was actually injured for that game. Yeah. But I think, the girls did learn from that game. Like, you can be in front and then they can get back ahead.
All right. What did Chuckles Adrian have to say at half time?
I mean, he wasn't very happy. He was like, way to give a coach a heart attack.
He has no heart. He's a tin man. Don't worry about him. But he knows what he's getting sending into place here. It's all starting to work. At the start, you may not have believed what he's talking about. I don't know. But now you can see why he's an international coach and what he's brought to the Tigers. So
definitely.
Well done.
Yeah.
Bally's this weekend. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right.
They've got a lot of big names, which is kind of confronting. But I get nervous every game. But I'm excited for this one. This will be good.
So before a game, do you go the vom?
Like a tack yak?
No?
No.
How do you contain your nerves?
I just kind of like go to the oval near my house. I'll do a little bit of kicking, just kind of like throw the ball up to myself.
Oh, so this is early in the day? You're doing stuff from when you
nice
wake
and
up?
early. Yep, definitely.
Okay.
Yep.
So how are you go against the names like Brigginshaw and Company? I mean, what it does is it brings out the best of you. You're going up against the best. You're trying to test yourself to see if you can actually match it with these players. So it lifts you. You got nothing to lose.
Exactly. Yeah, we have a lot to prove.
Yep.
So we're just trying to like take the pressure off ourselves, but because we played them in the trial game, we kind of know how they play. We've watched some of their games, so we know what Ali Brigginshaw does. So we just have to be switched onto it. Hit it early, take away the space.
She's more than one, but obviously I think you're level just outside the 5 with the Panthers. I think so. You'd really probably need to win this, and it could come down to for and against. So you really got to play the full 70 minutes, haven't you? You may be behind the scoreboard. I doubt it. I think you'll be in front by like 30.
Thank you.
But if you, you just got to play that full 70 minutes because you're going to have a run into the finals, and you want to be prepared. So run it out from there. Your routine, obviously, you're nervous. Do you have any superstitions before you play?
No, I don't actually. I try to just, my routine every week is different, but I just try to get up really early, have a massive breakfast, like 3,000 calories. And then, I'll just go to the oval and pass the footy around to myself, try to get the ball in my hands.
People are nervous in the sheds there, and sometimes you just want to stay away from the pests in the dressing shed. You got one of them?
It's Danielle Hunter.
Gee, you put through her on the bus in a minute.
I knew it was coming.
Is there a contender? Or was just Danielle's out on her own?
I mean, Emily Beavers, when they're together, they're bloody annoying.
Never mind. That's all right. You just put those two in the corner. Well, good luck against this weekend against the Valleys. I think it's going to be live streamed, so it should be a great contest. And yourself, your form, obviously you were injured. You're 100% obviously now. All good?
Yes. Yeah.
Another try this weekend?
Oh, let's get 2. Why not?
Stupid question, huh?
Improve every week.
Lucy Cuppari, congratulations to the Tigers. They had a win last weekend. Hopefully they'll take out the Diehards this weekend. All the best. Daniel Russell joins us. He's played the Intrust Super Cup and scored a try on debut against the Seagulls, made in the 20th minute. How did that feel?
Yeah, it was good. I don't get over the line much being a back,
which
is odd, but no, it was good. Good, good first hit out. I'm, a bit disappointed about the result, but good step forward.
Yeah, I think you led 16-0 after that, and unfortunately the second half was a little bit tough. Let's go to last weekend's game, the PNG Hunters. Let's talk about your mindset before you went into that game. You've played international football, and you're up against an international side, the PNG Hunters. No strangers. You played NRL, you played nines and all that sort of stuff. But how do you go when you go against the PNG Hunters? And there was a ton of supporters there for them as well.
Well, there always is. Like when you go over there, they're just the passion, for the country and their sport is huge. But going into that game that you're going to be quite sore for a while after playing them. It's like running a brick wall, as you know. But the mindset was it's going to be a physical game. We just need to complete. It's going to be hot. And we did that well. I thought we completed and just played to our game plan. It really come on top.
Yep. You are up against maybe a former teammate in Tommy Butterfield.
Yes, I play with him. Yeah, great. But good to see him back playing. He's a great footballer and he's definitely still at cup level. I think he's fantastic. So it was good to see and play against him again. Definitely.
Did you give him a bit of lip?
No, I didn't. I usually do get a bit too far out.
Yeah. No, but he's a great player.
Yeah.
So just quickly on that, he's yourself, obviously Luke Page. It's just a nursery of great rugby league players, the PNG Hunters. They play attacking footy. They got the first points against you. It was 12-all at half time. Anything could have happened after Oranges.
Yeah, we're just lucky, I suppose. A few dramas happened, a few got sent off and that, which probably, I suppose it would help in a way. But I thought in the second half really got to our game plan, and that I think that got us in the front foot. So tough game.
John Buchanan's done a bit of stuff with Des Hasler and with Craig Bellamy. Did he bring that to the change rooms at halftime?
Yeah, he had a bit to say. It was quite it's all the angriest I've seen JB, but I think we all listened and we knew what we needed to do. I think the first half we just got a bit. We got a lot of opportunities, but I think we stressed a little bit too much on the line. But JB come out at half time and definitely gave us the right spray. So.
Generally, the coach has given it to you because he knows you better. He knows you can play better than that, and it's not so much about what he told you. You guys drift away from it. So it's frustration rather than anger, I suppose. And the best way to express that is through some F-bombs and God knows what else. So something that on Mother's Day he probably shouldn't have said. But you're up against the Dolphins this weekend. They had a close game against Townsville last week. Only got the 2 points at the death there. So the Redcliffe Dolphins, they're struggling. They need a win. Otherwise, they're going to be out of touch with the top 8.
Yeah, well, each game's tough. Like Q Cup, you need to turn up to win. And I think we've got a few injuries from the weekend, so we're going to have to play to our best to beat them. So, but yeah, it'll be another, each week's tough, and you got to go in thinking it's going to be a tough game or you'll get your pants pulled down. So, but that'll be, looking forward to it.
All right. Being a redhead, did they try and needle you a bit, mate?
Oh, you always get that. Yeah, you always get that. But yeah, I've heard every name under the sun with me red hair,
but
mate.
Your short fuse isn't as bad as like Chris Freeman or something like that, is it?
No, I'm pretty good.
Yeah,
I go all right. But just depends what's going on, I suppose. We're winning or losing or someone's in me. But I'm usually all right with that. So a lot of mates.
Now, you're a big fella. Have you ever played in the forwards?
Yeah, I back during school, and then I got starting to get those higher levels, and I just couldn't put that weight on, so I kind of got pushed back out.
Yep.
But yeah, it's good to be back. You got the opportunity in the back row on the weekend, and that was awesome. I love it there, so hopefully I can, keep playing good footy there and keep that spot.
Yep, you were part of the Cowboys outfit as well. But I want to ask you about the first time you found out you were playing international rugby league for PNG. Was it for nines or was it the 17-man game?
It was the Prime Ministers, they call it.
Oh, against the Prime Ministers, right?
Yeah, it was awesome. Like the coach Moran, when I was at South Logan actually with JB, he come to me and so I don't know how it actually. I think through one of the players, the coach got notified about me and he come and saw me after we played PNG, and then ended that season. I ended up playing for him. It was just awesome. To play over there for them is just it's hard to explain. It's just unbelievable, and that's what just drives you. And I can't wait. We've got a few games, hopefully mid-year test against Fiji in PNG, and then obviously World Cup end of the year. So play good footy and hopefully back in with them.
So when you found out, did you get a bit messy that night?
It was a bit. What's that mean? No, it was good, mate. I was hard. Yeah, it was. You can't knock that back.
Being an international, mate.
Yeah, huge.
Good on you.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Because your dad, Mark, was born PNG.
Yep.
That's right, yeah. But you were born in Longreach.
Longreach, yep. Country town, Longreach. So I haven't been out for a while. Grew up in Emerald, but little country boy, mate. So it was unbelievable.
If you're born a redhead out west, you move as close to the water as you possibly can.
Yeah, the sun to get away.
Exactly right. Listen, Dan, congratulations on scoring tries. Obviously you score a few more. None better against Redcliffe. Sitting in the top 4, I think, or the top 5 on 6 points.
Yeah,
but there's a cast of 1,000 on 6 as well. So
there is.
Don't worry about them. Worry about you guys do and knock over the Dolphins this weekend. And thanks for joining us, mate.
No worries. Thank you very much.
I'll get you to hold it there, and we'll be back with more of League more shortly. League and more with John Buchanan, 12-all at half-time against the PNG Hunters. Wasn't going to plan up to that point, JB.
Oh, look, I wouldn't say that, John. Probably just lacked a little bit of patience in the first half. Thought we had some opportunities and we probably just tried to force the issue a little bit and come up with some errors around it. So, look, I suppose, going in at 12-all against the Hunters, I'll take that. But, we needed to be better, and second half was a lot better.
Obviously, there was the what you passed on the dressing schedule was a calm approach, no doubt. But they came out and responded. Defensively, it was good because you didn't allow them to come to cross the line there, but you put 28 on them. Yeah,
look, I think our defence, it's probably the best we defended, to be honest.
Well, you're up against a side that can score from anywhere.
Exactly
so if you go 30 minutes without letting them score, that is a big plus in your D.
Yeah, look, they don't have a lot of genuine shape that they throw at you like some of the teams, but they extremely difficult to defend on the back of any momentum where like it's an offload or ball on the ground or a transition where their kick return's strong. Yeah. So I thought we did a really good job of that. We worked on it during the week on how we wanted to finish our sets, and look, the boys were terrific on executing that for us, which gave us a real good chance defensively. And then I just thought, with the ball, we just carried the ball really well, created real good ruck speed, and we've got some joy at the end of that.
I think obviously the first half was a war of attrition, and the Hunters probably fell away at the back end, mainly because of the way you were playing, not so much the way they were playing. But you were also at a ground where, going from the footage, there's certainly a lot of PNG supporters there. We're near like Port Moresby, of course, but they certainly had some firepower in the sheds, in the bleachers.
Oh, they did. It was pretty vocal, to be honest. Yeah, it's always enjoyable to play the Hunters. Support they get's terrific for the competition, and Yeah, it's enjoyable as long as you're on the right end of the scoreboard.
Well, I mean, they appreciate good rugby league no matter who's playing, whether it's the Tigers. Won't be so nice when you come up against the Redcliffe Dolphins. If you're that, they'll just give it to you. But they just got home by 2 points against the Townsville Blackhawks. They need to actually keep winning to stay in touch with the top 8, and as do you, because there's quite a few on 6 points. Redcliffe is one of those, so you want to distance yourself. They are a side that you don't know who's going to turn up. You can put 40 on them, or they can put 40 on you.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, they're a proud club on their own, but their affiliation with the Warriors is obviously, they've benefited from that as well. So yeah, look, they're a really good footy team. We're going to have to play really well to beat them. I haven't seen a lot of them this year, to be honest. I only caught one of their games a couple of weeks back, television game, and I haven't actually had a look at their game from the weekend. But I know both those teams, Townsville and Redcliffe, both really good footy sides, and it was always going to be a close contest. So
as all games are.
They are. I think I said it here a couple of weeks ago. It's an extremely tough comp, and if you're slightly off on the day, you're going to get beat.
Just a quick one. Any injuries from last weekend? Any concerns? Billy come through all right?
Yeah, we got a few, to be honest. But tonight obviously being our first night back, we've just got to reassess where everyone's at and go from there. But yeah, we've got a few wounded from the weekend, which you expect against the Hunters. So, mate, that's what it's all about, though. Like it's going to happen at some stage, and that's why we've got a decent squad, and guys are going to be given an opportunity this week to, some of them their first opportunity. So it'll be good to see how they go.
Yeah, and some of those players played quite well on the weekend for Carina as well. So
definitely.
Good to see. Good win, big win.
Yeah, no, it was good. Good game of footy out there, actually.
All right, JB, all the best. I'll let you go up against the Dolphins this weekend. And while you got a red head in the back line like Dan Russell, mate, you boys got a chance.
He went all right. Yeah.
All right, mate. Cheers.
Thanks, mate.
Mark Liddon, coach of the Colts, went to Toowoomba last weekend and racked up 68 points to 4. It was going to be a tough encounter. How did you keep the boys motivated for the full 70?
Oh, we just challenged them a little bit at half time. We were pretty good, actually. We were up 20-0 before they got the footy, but was really pleasing. We completed our first 7 sets. So we just mentioned that a game goes for 80 minutes, not 40 minutes. And to their credit, they were pretty good again in the second half. Probably there's a small period there where we were a little bit off in the second half, but then we went back to what was working for us, being nice and direct, and got the result.
When they go off track a little bit in that second half you're talking about, is that to do with the scoreboard, or is that to do with young blokes trying to do funky things?
Oh, a bit of both, mate. Yeah. The scoreboard, clock watching. But at the end of the day, look, I was really pleased with how we went, and they stuck to their guns. I challenged them a little bit at half time, and it was most pleasing to get away with it. It's not an easy place to go to Toowoomba. It's cold. It's a long trip. A lot of these boys would never have experienced that before, so very pleasing from my perspective.
All right, maybe a couple of injuries upstairs with Intrust Super Cup, so those guys will be maybe called upon. Obviously, maybe to go up to the BRL. So you're up against Redcliffe this weekend. You don't mind playing them, do you?
To be honest, Reddy, it's like when I'm ready, they're always going to be tough. They're a good football team. I've done a bit of video on them today, and looking forward to it, actually. Looking forward to the challenge. They're a big side. They're very physical. They've had affiliation with the Warriors, so they've got a couple of big boys up front. So, no, if we can hold them in the middle, I think we can get some opportunities on the edges. You've
done it. You've asked for it in the start of the year. Getting off to a good start. You did against Wynnum. You did against the Mustangs, I should say. What's the mindset you changed in the sheds to these places to get them coming out of the blocks a lot quicker?
Oh, that's a good question. I wish I knew the answer to it. Look, it's up to them at the end of the day. I've often said to footy sides in the past, and I said it to our blokes on the weekend, first 5 minutes I'll know whether you're on or off, because you'll see it in their line speed and their kick chase and all the little effort things. So it's not hard to run from A to B. Anyone can do that. You don't need to have any great ability to do that. So that's when you can usually tell us with line speed early in the game.
So you don't play your usual soundtracks before a game like the Seekers, a bit of Kumbaya, a bit of hand clapping and all that? So
no, the boys have a little bit of their own music in there.
What do you listen to, Glenn?
Mate, I'm a Johnny Cash fan, that sort of. I'm pretty old school, 80s music. So these blokes, everything they do is beep, doom, doom. So anyway.
So believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, that head of hair, actually, he was a big Flock of Seagulls fan back in the day, was Mark Liddon, but hair's not there anymore. But anyway, whatever you're doing is working. Obviously, you just got to keep it going. It's a full season, it's early days. What do you want to improve on against the Finns?
I think our ball control's been really good, but to beat Redcliffe, we need to defend well. In particular, in the middle, we need to stop their momentum and their ruck speed, and they're very good at that. So if we can get our I suppose our mental toughness in the middle working, I think we give ourselves half a chance.
Do you go back much at all to bring that form, to remind the boys of their form? Say for the game against Wynnum, do you show a clip of this is how we did it, or that's done?
Not usually. Sometimes we do, but predominantly I've shown them clips on their game against the Mustangs on the weekend, and then I'll show them some clips on Redcliffe's game. I might go back 2 or 3 games of Redcliffe, depending on players and so forth. But we played Redcliffe here in the trial, and they put the cleaners for us, so we certainly shouldn't be complacent.
So you're comfortable with your own game plan. You've just got to make adjustments to what you're up against every week.
That's right.
Much. Yep.
Pretty well correct, yeah.
All right, Glenn. Well, all the best this weekend, mate. It's I wouldn't be surprised that your playlist would be some of the more funky stuff, a bit of S Club 7 and all that sort of stuff.
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah,
But anyway,
right.
looking forward to
Just
this
made that
weekend.
up. Thank you, Ben. They are. Ronald Philitoga, he's a flyer, he's fast, he should be going to Tokyo, he should be getting the jab right now. He joins us here on League and Morley. Ronald, big win last week against the Mustangs. Can I go back to the win against Wynnum Manly? Probably your best game.
For myself?
No, for the side, yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, everyone turned up. Really dug in, put in the effort, and came away with the win.
So you went to Toowoomba last weekend. It's a cold place up there, isn't it? You can wear a skivvy up there to play against the Mustangs. But they're a big side. You held your game. You played the full 80 minutes, which is what Mark Liddon would have wanted you to do. Of course, you'll have to do it again this week. But let's talk about last week. Half time, he was happy. Gliddo?
Yeah.
It's pretty rare.
Yeah, he was very happy. He just wanted us to continue what we were doing and to keep it simple.
Yeah. Did you play against Redcliffe in the trial?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Wasn't pretty, was it?
No. Yeah.
But you would have learned a lot.
Yeah. It was. The score didn't really reflect how close the game was. They kind of ran away with it in the end. So yeah, I think it'll be much closer.
People say that. It was a score. But anyway. Okay. And what do you do better than you did against Redcliffe? Was it attack, defence, or across the board?
Yeah, I think it was probably a bit of everything. Okay. Yeah. Start off by holding the ball, maybe.
Right, yeah. So you're playing Colts. Last year you played in the Opens with the BRL. The level. What's the difference between BRL last year and this? Is it pretty much on par with the Colts statewide?
I think not too different.
Yep.
It's probably more physical playing BRL, but there's a lot of talent in the Colts competition. So yeah.
You know where the try line is. How many you scored this year so far? Really? That many?
No. I'm sorry.
How many you got?
Like maybe 5.
Have you really already?
5, yeah.
So average one around pretty much.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So give the ball to Ronald. We get some points on the board. So, mate, game day. How do you prepare?
Usually try and depends on what time my game is.
Yep.
I'll probably just have just a big meal breakfast, and then I just snack on just nuts or fruit.
All right. Tunes in your head in the sheds. What do you play?
I like to start off with some like calm, sometimes UB40, and then I start pumping up to that drill.
You can only go up from UB40, otherwise you fall asleep. Are you ready? You're on? Yeah. I'm just on UB40. All right. Well, and then once game day, you get out there. Any superstitions?
I try not to be superstitious. Yeah, nah.
Is that a superstition? Try not to be superstitious?
Yep.
Go. All right, well, listen, you're up against Redcliffe. You want to get the points back off them after they touch up in the trial game this weekend. You want to shout out to your girlfriend or your ex-girlfriend?
Shout out to my girlfriend.
Or ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, shout out to my missus, my son.
Oh, yeah? You got a young fella?
Yeah, I do,
What's his name?
Jariah.
Yeah, how old's he?
is 3 months on Thursday.
3 months. You must love going to rugby league. You've got to running around. You've got to get out of the house. Got to play footy. I'll be back in 6 days. All right, well, listen, all the best this weekend. It's great to see you. I've seen you play the BRL last year, and you're certainly a talent. And we look forward to seeing you flare out against the other Dolphins this weekend. And we'll chat again to you soon, mate.
Right, thank you very much.
Cheers. All right, big show, Gav. Redcliffe Dolphins this weekend. How do you see it?
Tough game. Redcliffe's starting to find a little bit of form, I think. They started pretty slowly, which is a little unusual for Redcliffe, usually one of the top clubs up amongst those top 2 or 3 clubs in the competition. So it'll be a good battle, but I expect the Tigers will come out on top. Tigers
did come out on top last week, and we forgot to mention won all 4 grades, and also the Carina Tigers in the BRL had a win as well. So 5 from 5, things are looking good, but that was last week. Got to bring it into this week.
Yeah, and again, it's just teamwork. It's just getting that continuity. They're halfway through the season-ish now, probably third of the way through maybe. Right. So it should be starting to come together.
You had the 1991 reunion 3 weeks ago. Has everybody found their way home yet?
Steve Dowden did, mate. He stayed at my house for 4 days. I eventually kicked him out.
Once he starts putting an apron on and vacuuming in the nude, you've
doing the dishes.
Exactly right, exactly right. Gavin Payne, thanks for your time, mate. Thanks for joining us in. We'll see you all again next week.